awareness and have objectives around the very same condition. Good morning to you, Dr. Hilda.
Good morning, Priscilla. Good morning, viewers.
Okay, and we also do have Amina. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Priscilla. Good morning, viewers.
Okay, Dr. Hilda, could you first give us a more expound explanation about this particular condition in childbirth?
Thank you very much. Once again, my name is Dr. Hilda Charisima. I'm a senior medical officer at Ministry of Health, Uganda, and I also previously worked with Free O2 Foundation as a clinical trainer on oxygen therapy. Yes, so birth asphyxia is a condition that is common in newborns, and in this condition is where the baby is born when they are tired, they have difficulty in breathing, and there are many factors that lead to this. For example, conditions that occur before a mother delivers the baby. If, for example, a mother gets a problem with their labor, what we call obstructed labor, and so they are not getting, the baby is not getting enough oxygenated blood through the placenta. And then also things like the placenta detaching from the uterus before the baby is born, so the oxygen or the oxygenated blood that reaches the baby is low, so the baby becomes tired before they are born, and which means that at delivery the baby will be having difficulty in breathing and needing oxygen. So there are multiple conditions: a mother bleeding before delivering, when the uterus ruptures, or what simply we may call ruptures. Imagine the uterus ruptures and the mother bleeds, so that means the baby is not getting enough blood and enough oxygen. So this baby is born when they are tired, difficulty in breathing, and so they would need oxygen to support them and to rescue them.
Okay, how easy is it to detect this condition at birth?
It's very easy because first of all, before even birth, there are signs that will show that the baby is going to be delivered when they are tired. For example, I think you've heard of monitoring the heart rate of the baby when they're still inside the mother's womb. So as you monitor the heart, there is the normal and the abnormal. So you, of course, the health worker will tell that there is a problem, and that's how they need to act quickly. So if there is a delay, definitely that baby, if the fetal heart or if the heart rate was abnormal before delivery, that means that this baby will be born when they are tired because of something that went on while they were still inside the womb.
Okay, all right. Free O2 Foundation, I believe that stands for Free Oxygen Foundation. Amina, tell us more about the foundation. What problem led into its existence and being birthed, and why are you actually advocating for free oxygen?
Actually, Priscilla, Free O2 Foundation, the Free O2 is fully renewable energy oxygen. But Free O2 Foundation is a non-for-profit organization that is founded in Australia but now has operations in Uganda. And over the past 2 years, our major aim has been increasing or improving access to oxygen in lower health facilities in country. We've been doing so by developing and deploying oxygen innovations in or oxygen systems, or even improving the current existing oxygen systems in country to make sure that the lower health facilities get reliable access to oxygen. And the past 2 years, we've been running a transition to scale program in country that has been supported and financed by Grand Challenges Canada and different partners. And here we've visited 20 health facilities in the Greater Masaka region and also in the Western region, where we've installed oxygen systems and also issued out pulse oximeters, which are usually those small devices that can detect whether there is the baby needs oxygen or not, and also trained over 400 healthy workers in country. And the overall, what we're proud of is we've treated over 1,000 babies with our Free O2 oxygen system. And the problem that we're trying to address is there are so many infectious diseases that actually lead to children dying. Our major focus is children, so we are so much focused on pediatric oxygen and pediatric oxygen systems. So many children dying because of lack of oxygen, and the major leading cause is pneumonia in country and also globally. I don't know if you know, but statistics show that worldwide about 800,000 children die because of pneumonia. And here in Uganda alone, only around about 10% of children die because of pneumonia, which is the leading cause of death in babies. And on a daily basis, 25 children die here in country. So that drove us to develop innovations to address the need, which is limited access to reliable oxygen in Uganda.
Okay, all right. Dr. Hilda, from your experience, what are some of the challenges that have come with the health sector here in Uganda not being able to arrest and address such situations in time?
Thank you very much. Of course, as you've had her ably explain about the causes of lack of oxygen or limited access to oxygen. So some of these challenges that especially are faced in the rural health facilities, for example, you find there's a problem of electricity or power cutouts, whereby you find most oxygen delivery equipment that are used in our hospitals here in Uganda rely on power to deliver oxygen to the baby. So once there is no power, imagine a health center for deep in the village where probably there is no power or there are multiple power cuts. When that happens, that means this baby who is connected to oxygen will definitely be cut off. And then also another challenge is that you find for backup oxygen delivery systems like oxygen cylinders, which do not need power, you find that in some health facilities they are constrained because they do their cylinder refills from longer distances at regional referral hospitals. So there are instances where you find that these oxygen cylinders are actually out or they are not functional simply because of the long lead times to refill them.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Amina, what is the current state of oxygen supply when it comes to baby centers in the major hospitals in Uganda?
As we all know, oxygen is needed definitely in the hospitals, even in those that are in lower health centers. However, before COVID came, we all actually didn't know the extent or the importance of oxygen in these hospitals. And COVID, in a way, helped us throw more light on the importance and the need to address the oxygen as a problem. Currently, we realize, from the different statistics and the different studies that have been made, the access to oxygen decreases as you go down the cadre or the chain of health infrastructure. That means from major regional referral hospitals down the road. And a lot of work has been done by the government because of COVID and also other partners. They have procured very many different oxygen plants in almost all the, actually in all the regional referral hospitals and the national hospitals. However, we believe even with that being done, there is still a need. They are not sufficient enough, and definitely we require or we call out for more support or different partners coming on board to even address the need at lower health facilities, even those in remote settings, as you saw Dr. Hilda said. Yeah.
Right. Thereafter, the Ministry of Health, in partnership with Free O2 Foundation, have come up with a campaign that has been dubbed Breathe of Life campaign. Tell us, Dr. Hilda, what is Breathe of Life campaign about?
Yes, thank you so much. The Breath of Life campaign, it's a campaign that is, of course, it's already in progress. It has been brought about by Free O2 Foundation Uganda, and like you've heard, Free O2 Foundation Uganda has come up with Free O2 or an oxygen delivery system that is simple to use in the lower health facilities. And of course, before installing this oxygen system, Free O2 Foundation in the first phase went to 20 health facilities in central and western Uganda and assessed their need for oxygen, assessed the health worker knowledge about the need for oxygen or treating patients with oxygen, and also determined or identified those health facilities just for the start, 20 of them, and in the second phase, that was the first phase, assessing the need for oxygen. Then in the second phase, after knowing the need for those particular health facilities that were identified, Free O2 then went ahead to deploy what we call pulse oximeters, or the small devices that help to detect patients with oxygen. In these facilities, we trained health workers in those health facilities. And then in the third phase of the campaign was data collection. So that has been happening over the past 2 years. So data has been collected in these 20 health facilities in rural, central, and southwestern Uganda. And so this campaign is going to be wrapped up with a conference this September, this very month, where this information will be disseminated to the whole country, to the world, and of course it will bring on board the different Free O2 partners, Ministry of Health, different policy makers who will come on board to receive this information or this data that has been collected. And also it will be an opportunity for the Free O2 Foundation Uganda to launch its system, its oxygen system in the country, so that people can know how it works. There will be actually a demonstration at the conference of how this Free O2 system works, and so people will also share experiences. The health facilities that have been involved or that have participated and are currently benefiting from the system will share their experiences, and even some mothers whose babies have benefited from this oxygen will come on board to also share their experiences. Okay. Yes, so that is what it is all about.
All right, as we close, Amina, is this an open conference to all, or it's by invite? Who's your targeted audience, and what are the dates?
We would love everyone to be there, definitely. But we've issued out invites to different partners or key stakeholders that are in the oxygen space, to policymakers, to academicians, to innovators, and also to different like the key decision makers in this field. However, for the public, anyone who is willing and interested to come to Mbarara and be with us at the conference, just go to our website www.freeo2.org. There is a link for registration. Click on that link, register, and you'll definitely be able to come and join us and be with us that day at the conference. Okay,
all right. Ladies, I do commend you for the good job that you're doing in ensuring that children actually not just get to be birthed, but they get to live a life, and life to the fullest. Thanks to the Ministry of Health as well as Free O2 Foundation that are partnering to ensure that there's enough oxygen supply, especially when it comes to delivery times for mothers across the country. We take a short breather. We return with our kickstart for the day.